Number 18, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, released for the Super Nintendo in 1991. I never played this game as a kid. I know that many consider it to be one of the best SNES games, and some consider it to be one of the best games of all time, but my first time playing it was on stream in 2025. I found that this game had a masterful dungeon design. Even Turtle Rock, which I was warned would be really rough, I found to be great. In fact, I think that was my favorite dungeon. The gameplay mechanics in this game are timeless. There's memorable music and a great atmosphere. The world is colorful and beautiful. There's a perfect balance in this game of exploration, combat, and puzzles. And honestly, this game set the standard for future Zelda games. It had a similar vibe and overhead view from the first Zelda game, and it took that and it basically multiplied it by 5, maybe even 10 times, and it's just such a big, amazing game. What was funny was when I was streaming this game, my chat drove me nuts, intentionally leading me the wrong way. They're having me go north, they're having me go west, and I was getting a little bit frustrated getting pulled back and forth playing this game. But I will say that this game set the record for me on stream. I got the most followers I've ever had in a single stream during this game. 152 followers from one stream of Link to the Past, which is crazy. Occasionally I'll hit like 30 or 40 followers on like a really, really good stream nowadays, but 150 plus is wild. Even for back then, that was nuts. Bottom line, when it comes to this game, it's a genre-defining classic that still holds up remarkably well, with only a couple minor age-related rough edges. This is an Andara Gaming do play. Number 17, Comix Zone, released for the Sega Genesis in 1995. I love this game as a kid, and I still had a great time playing it in 2025. While streaming this game, I was warned by my chat about how hard of a game it was. And again, I remember beating this as a kid. And in that one single stream, I actually completed this game 4 times. And on the 4th time, I got the good ending, which is very hard to do. You've got to defeat the final boss really quickly. Otherwise, your partner drowns in a nuclear reactor or something. I'm not really sure exactly what's happening, but yeah, you have to defeat him very quickly, and I was able to do that in my 4th try. Also, I was banned by my Twitch chat from using the rockets while fighting the final boss, I think on my 3rd try, and I was able to beat him, not within the time limit, but I was able to defeat the final boss just using my fists and feet, which I had never done before, and I didn't even think that was possible. And actually, after my many, many years of playing this game, on my playthrough in 2025, I learned the fighting mechanics, and I was definitely at my very best on stream in 2025. This game has a highly original comic book presentation, which is so beautiful to look at, so enjoyable with stylish animations. There are creative level transitions between these comic panels where you like rip pages and you jump between panels, and it's so cool, it's so fun. The game has a memorable soundtrack. Everybody loves the soundtrack in this game. It has a strong personality with the 90s attitude, but again, the very high difficulty can be off-putting to some. There are a lot of people that say the Comix Zone is one of the hardest games on the Sega Genesis. I don't feel that way. I don't find the game to be that difficult, and it's really short. You can beat this game in like 30 minutes. There's a punishing mechanic when it comes to your health. You're forced to break barrels and destroy parts of the environment in this game, and every time you punch a non-living object, trash can or a crate, you lose a little bit of health, and you're kind of forced to do that a lot of times. Throughout the game, there's ways to avoid doing that a little bit and to try to mitigate that damage, and that's part of your strategy in coming into the stages, and how do you mitigate that life loss. But it's still not really a great mechanic, and I'd say it's one of the few negatives in this game. And also, there's a little bit of a limited enemy variety, but again, it's a very short game, so that's not the worst thing. I recommend this game. This is a must play. I know a lot of people would say no, but I say yes. This is an Andara Gaming do play. Play Comix Zone, rip through Sketch Turner's comic creations, and save the day. I recommend you do it.